I just can't think of any better program than the EPIC program, right? Bringing together the community, right? Have everybody contribute their own innovation, and that's how you deliver on the promise of efficiency to the federal government.
And just getting everybody to work together was a challenge. So we've been able to break down those barriers and get collaboration
out there. So really getting that engagement, trying to get the alignment across the different UFS applications and really be that catalyst to push everything into the ADAPs.
I can't think of any program that has been a catalyst, right, and an accelerator of that goal, right?
Hi everyone, my name is Ruth Favela. I'm the AI Marketing Manager at Tomorrow.io, and today I'm really excited to be talking to this group of scientists and researchers who are working on the EPIC program journey. If you guys can introduce yourselves and say your names and a little bit about your background, that'd be great.
Sure. I'm Kris Booker. I am the EPIC Program Manager and product team owner, platform product owner. I've been with Tomorrow.io going on 6 years now. Have an undergrad degree from the University of Oklahoma, and I've been working in weather for the better part of my almost 20-year career.
So my name is Lartey, and I'm the Director of Business Development for U.S. federal government, and NOAA, NASA, one of my agencies that I support. In my role, it's all about delivering Tomorrow.io's suite of products and services, very innovative products and services to the federal government, and being a partner to the U.S. federal government.
And I'm Kris Domanti. I am the program manager for the EPIC contract. I work for Raytheon, and Tomorrow.io is obviously a big subcontractor or partner on the EPIC program. I've been in the role for about 2 years, been with Raytheon for about 14 years on various NASA and NOAA programs.
Awesome. So this session will explore the transformative power or the transformative role of the Earth Prediction Innovation Center and in advancing weather prediction. I'm going to say that again. This session explores the transformative power and role of the Earth Prediction Innovation Center in advancing weather prediction capabilities. So I'm really excited to talk to you guys today. To kick things off, a question for the entire group. How is the EPIC program driving innovation in weather prediction through its collaborative approach, and what have been its most significant impacts so far?
I think one of the big things that we've seen with EPIC is simply breaking down the barriers. I mean, that goes back to the UFS modeling framework, but I mean, EPIC has helped break down the barriers that have existed between modeling teams and try to get everybody working together on a community model, getting people to contribute to that model and contribute their innovations. But I think before EPIC and before the UFS, many modeling groups worked siloed, and there wasn't a whole lot of compatibility between the different modeling frameworks that they were using, and just getting everybody to work together was a challenge. So we've been able to break down those barriers and get collaboration. With EPIC taking over the code base, we've seen an increase in the number of innovations that have come into into the code base. We actually have GitHub statistics to sort of back that up, to show that we are seeing an increased number of contributions from the community at large.
Yeah, you can pass to Les.
All right, so same question, right?
Yes.
I want to pick up on what you said about UFS, because I think it's really important, right? I know NOAA made a big, strategic decision to, open up their operational forecast suite to the community, right? And the goal, I think, in there was to, bring the community in and bring community innovation, right, faster to the federal government. And if you think about that goal that NOAA has, I mean, I can't think of any program that has been a catalyst, right, and an accelerator of that goal, right? Bringing the community in, bringing innovation faster to the federal government. And so I think that is a great example of I think, a role that the EPIC program plays, right? In just achieving that overarching goal that NOAA has.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I mean, to build on top of that, there's a AMS article that says that EPIC is the catalyst for the UFS, and that's been a really good analogy, and I know you just used that, Les. Yeah, as a program, we provide the infrastructure, the community engagement, and the support to help inspire the community to innovate and contribute back. Really having these closer collaborations with the NOAA teams has really, really helped. Some examples of some of the really cool things we're doing is some AI work that we're doing with the AI for NWP project, the atmospheric river effort with the Water in the West project, and which has helped evolve the global workflow. And also training the UFS coastal team on agile and DevOps principles, which has allowed them to work more closely and align with the processes between various UFS apps and teams, and for them to develop faster. I mean, there are a number of successes. There's plenty more. We do have these out on our website, so if you want to learn more about the various successes we've had, you could go to epic.noaa.gov to learn more.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Question for Kris Booker. What advancements within the EPIC platform have been the most impactful recently, and how are they improving accessibility for the weather community?
I think as far as accessibility, I think one of our greatest achievements lately has actually been containerization, the work that we did with George Mason University. In fact, I spoke with Dr. Benjamin Cash, who we collaborated with in this effort, and he said that that was one of the most cited pieces of research that he's seen so far. It's the fact that we've actually been able to take, with the use of containers, we've been able to port the UFS onto high-performance computing platforms in academia, which is where most innovation comes from. A lot of grad students working on new research, new modeling capabilities for the problems that they're trying to solve. And one of their biggest barriers to entry is simply the portability of the model and getting it set up. And having a turnkey solution, such as using containerization, that's allowed them to have a quick start, to be able to get started very, very fast with using the model and running the model. And ultimately, this also ties into some of the great work by our solutions architect, Dr. Mark Potts, who has also enabled the global workflow inside these containers. And that's been a very, very big step forward. Not to also mention one of the other things that we've done with CI/CD pipeline, with our CI/CD pipelines, and the fact that these don't just run on any supercomputers. These are running on proper NOAA Tier 1 platforms. And these Tier 1 platforms very much mimic that of the actual operational model, such as WCOS2, where they're run. And so we're trying to see that we can get performance for people who are looking to bring those innovations and scale those innovations in kind of this somewhat apples to apples, comparison. So I think that's been one of the biggest drivers.
That's awesome. Anything else you guys want to add there? Happy to move along. Sweet. Les, how does EPIC align with federal government goals, and what opportunities do you see for strengthening public-private partnerships through this initiative?
Sure. I think the EPIC program is one of the best examples of delivering on government efficiency goals, right? Bringing innovation faster, right, at a more cost-effective manner to the federal government. The weather and climate enterprise it's changing so fast and so gradually, right? I just can't think of any better program than the EPIC program, right? Bringing together the community, right? Have everybody contribute their own innovation, and that's how you deliver on the promise of efficiency to the federal government. Get the innovation that the federal government is looking for faster, and in a cost-effective manner. And I think the success of the EPIC program, can be a good example for other kind of public-private partnerships, right? You think about, the kinds of partnerships we can have when it comes to remote sensing, right? Maybe AI, ML, right? So I think, the success of the EPIC program is can show the way forward, right? This is what good public-private community engagement can do for the federal government.
Awesome. Thank you, Les. Kris, Domanti, what lessons have you learned from coordinating academia, industry, and government stakeholders within EPIC? And how has this collaboration advanced the program's objectives?
Yeah, so something we learned early on is that there are a lot of stakeholders, and they each have a different opinion. So being able to, work with them, be very transparent, communication, was really key to getting everybody aligned. We're still not 100% there, but we're definitely making progress. Especially when you're talking about the research to operations, the different silos that Kris talked about, the research side. They want to innovate. They want as little restrictions as possible. When you're talking about the operation side, they want stability. They weren't talking with each other, and just trying to break down those barriers has been a long process. It's been slow, but we've definitely seen some gains, and that's really rewarding that we're moving towards where we need to be to really get that collaboration. And in the middle, you've got the private industry, which is incentivized by making money. So most of them don't want to contribute, but that's one thing we really like about working with Tomorrow.io. You guys have figured out how to do both, and are a model for the rest of the companies out there. I think one of the biggest lessons learned is that, culture change is hard. But it is rewarding to get those small successes. We're looking forward to formal governance being put in place amongst NOAA and the UFS. That's been a long time in work, but we think that will help elevate to the next level, and really allow multiple groups to continue to collaborate together in more effective ways and bring the innovation in.
What does the future of the EPIC program look like right now?
I think AI is one of the big things that we're really focusing on right now. I think that's definitely going to take off and be adapted into multiple applications as, parallel applications for those types of those apps. If you look at the plan for the UFS, it's to condense, I think, 26 applications down to 8. We've only really scratched the surface. We're maintaining, I think, 2 of those. We're working with other teams, like I mentioned, the coastal team, to help them. But there's still many other applications out there. So really getting that engagement, trying to get the alignment across the different UFS applications and really be that catalyst to push everything into the 8 apps.
Yes, of course.
I am Anand Sharma. I am the president of Indian Meteorological Society. And my question that we are talking about AI. And some say that data is new oil and maybe AI is the rocket fuel. But at the same time, people are also saying AI is snake oil. That means we are expecting too much. Is it going to deliver, or is it boon or a problem for the future? So this is a question I have for you. So I think if you can add to it, it would be great. Thank you.
If anyone wants to give that a thought. I mean, we think of AI as a tool, right? So how can we use AI as a tool in the weather world? How is that helping us grow things? I think that is one thing that we likely want to continue on and continuing. Yes.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think just to add to that, I don't ever see AI, taking over everything. I think it's probably going to be a hybrid, right? I think AI will serve to make the the work of professionals that work in the modeling space a little bit better, right? A little bit more efficient, right? So I don't think it's a zero-sum game, right? I think it's gonna be a tool that enables. At least that's my perspective.
Yeah, I agree. Within the contract, the work that we're doing on AI, we're creating an operational prototype. The intent is that it's not taking over operations. It's being used by operations as a validation tool. So once the data is trained, the models run super quick. And then over time, when the physics-based model is complete, they can compare the data and validate.
Awesome. Thank you. Anything else you want to add, Kris?
Really, with regard to that topic, no.
Okay. Okay, no worries. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate the conversation on the EPIC program. We're excited to see the journey grow together. And yeah, we are excited for the future of this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ruth. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.